Today we are going to see another 5 ghost videos, but before watching, thanks for clicking the video, make sure to be subscribed so you won't miss new uploads, and remember, don't always trust your eyes. Unfortunately, exploring the sewers sometimes can be very scary. You won't find Ninja Turtles, cause in real life there are a lot creepier creatures living down there. In October of 2010, Night Owl 2007 published a video where 2 students were exploring the LA sewers late at night. This already sounds crazy, but the thing they encountered there is more terrifying. 2 friends climb down into the tunnel and start looking around. Their voices' echo provides very unnerving ambience. Once they made their way deeper into the darkness of the tunnel, they heard this horrible growl. They crack some glow sticks and throw them ahead into the darkness, but they aren't bright enough.
Now turn off the...
Okay, turn off the lights.
Do you see anything?
Yeah. Toss it down. Dude, it's not bright enough.
One of the boys takes some sticks and prepares them to light the way, but suddenly a terrifying figure with a mask-like face appears behind his shoulder. Such encounter frightens cameraman, so he turns around and starts to run out of this place, leaving his friend alone with the unknown creature. In fact, how did this clown even get there? Could it just be a homeless man who got lost in the sewers, or some maniac in a clown mask? Do you think it's crazy to stay overnight in an abandoned factory where someone is chasing you? For me the answer is yes, so let's see what YouTuber named Hype Mike experienced during his investigation. Outside, he finds someone's belongings, but decides to continue anyway. When he decides to climb inside and leaves his camera on the ground, he hears this. It seems like a door being slammed as hard as possible. When he approaches the entrance, he finds the door has been kicked hard many times. It's difficult to imagine how long someone need to hit the door to make it look so damaged. There are some red stains on the floor and a red streak on the wall, which I guess can be a paint. And that's when he hears it again, the same sound as before.
Reach the end of the door and this is like... What the the hell's going on there?
Someone continues to kick doors open. Is it possible that they know he's here? Later he finds more red stains. The color of the walls are similar to the color of the stains, so it's definitely paint. While exploring other rooms, he hears a loud noise again.
That's the... What? No. What the f was that?
It sounds like the bangs are coming from the different sides. It seems like he's surrounded. I think anyone would leave this area after hearing all these loud noises, but Mike continues to investigate the abandoned factory. But some moments later, a very strange noise can be heard which doesn't sound like the previous one. Or maybe it was just a strong wind. Write in the comments what do you think about it.
What the f?
From that time until the night, Mike didn't hear any sounds. Maybe something that was the source of the noise has gone away. Once he tries to find a place to relax, he hears strange sounds again.
Yo!
Mike investigates the room from which the noise was coming, but he finds nothing there. In fact, he understands that he is not alone, and something continues to chase him. And to his horror, it finally attacks Mike.
What the f? Yo!
He runs out of there as quickly as possible, but decides to take one last look. This was a complete mistake. Is this a real maniac or just Mike's friend? I guess we all know the answer, but write your opinion down in the comments. Ihab Kazmeh is a paranormal investigator who explores the creepiest and extremely haunted places across his home country of Jordan. In 2019, during one of his investigations, he encounters really aggressive ghost or whatever it is. Just listen to the scary sound. Not long after, it transforms into the low moan of a person. As he explores room after room, he realizes that some of them are well guarded and some are not accessible at all.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله يلمس يا حي يما حي 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 حي.
Whether he himself opened the door or it was something paranormal is difficult to understand, since everything happened very quickly. Among all the rooms, there is one that scares the most. His flashlight chances upon a strange dark figure. It's impossible to recognize any features even when the figure is directly under a beam of light. I can find an explanation for the fact that the bars are blue, but there is no shadow or light behind the dark figure, and this entity doesn't reflect light either. I would even say that this thing absorbs it. When he points his flashlight in the same place some seconds later, it has disappeared. Despite all the terrifying encounters, there is a thing that frightens Ihab the most. It's a black snake which he believes can actually be a demon that transformed into animal. In my opinion, this little snake is the least terrifying in this situation. I believe this is just a simple snake that lives here, but not a demon. But what are your thoughts? Write down in the comments. In 2018, a group of friends traveled to one of the haunted locations in California, a town in Miramesa. That is where many people heard strange whispers and even the voice of a girl who may have been trapped there during a flood. When they approached the entrance to the tunnel, they started to hear weird noises.
Caesar, open no.
It looks like something that lives inside tries to warn them not to come closer. When they went inside, a woman's scream could be heard.
Let's say we gotta do it all over again, guys.
As they continue exploring the tunnel, they take their flashlights to see everything clearly. They still hear whispers, but they aren't sure if it's not a wind. They start to walk slowly just to hear all the sounds. Everyone in the group is being as quiet as they can. They suddenly hear two loud footsteps in the middle of their team, but it wasn't any of them.
I should have brought my liner, fuck.
It seems like a spirit is standing with them, and this raspy whisper doesn't sound like any of the team members. They talked about leaving this place, but decided to stay cause they spent a lot of time driving here. Later they hear unexplained footsteps coming from different sides. The team runs back, but despite being scared, they can't stop themselves from going a little further and seeing what's ahead. They find a quite small pipe above them and shine their light into it. I guess it's a chance for them to finally come across a ghost.
Because the last time he came here when it was raining and he almost died.
Here, look at this. It seems like it's wearing a helmet, or maybe it was just a light bouncing off the walls. Write down in the comments what do you think. A video where a hunter encounters a mysterious figure was published by Bigfoot's testimony in January of 2022. This story takes place in a wooded area in Ohio. We can clearly see how a strange grassy-looking creature creeping between the trees. It seems like it's hiding from the cameraman. The man who recorded this says the creature's hair is gray or black. When the cameraman zooms in, it's difficult to distinguish the creature from the environment, like he's camouflaged. A lot of viewers claim that they have seen similar creatures in the woods. Some people think these creatures are spirits of the forest, while others say that it's definitely a Bigfoot. But could this be a creature that no one has ever seen? Whatever it is, it's better to stay away from this creature.